Hey, Vaughn, are you getting whatnot figured out? Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to get the hang of. Um, and like I said in that message, as long as you're buying from individual shows like this, all the shipping will be combined, whether you buy beforehand or during the show. But you can't buy after the show and have it combined. Um, Welcoming guys. I'm gonna do some sealed 8 tracks tonight for a while. I don't know. I've got probably 700 of them here or something. Um, if you've never been here before, I got to turn this off. Okay, there we go. Never been here before. I just put them up like this, say what they are, and then run it real quick. I'm gonna do $2 stars tonight. See if that works. I'll show them so before I put them up there because the top ones glare pretty good in this room. But if you win, just tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4. Is the simplest way. I've got all sorts of stuff in the buy now, like I always do. Feel free to make offers on any of that. And if you're on a PC, you can offer more off. There's a limit to what you can offer off on if you're on the app on a phone. Um, hey, Junkie, thank you. So we got the Olympic runners out in front. Cocker, luxury you can afford. Top 10 rock uh, by the American Pick Hit Artists in 1977, Volume 3, and Walter Hawkins, Jesus Christ is the Way. Just run these for, whoops, I have it set at $4, so I'll go for 2 tonight. Okay, there we go. And those are running. And all these tonight that are sealed, some of them are the discount reseals where they send them back to the factory. Some of them are record club sealed. Some of them are factory sealed original. And I just kind of sort them out a little bit in genres. Top Hits 1978, American Pick Hits Volume 1, George Avick and Wes Potts, and Top 10 Rock 1975 Volume 5. Those are And I got Tony Brown, Good for You Too. Village People Go West. Peter Nero, Reflections. And Harry Belafonte, Sings of Love. Jeannie C. Riley's Greatest Hits. Dawn Patterson, Oh Happy Day. Houston Person, Goodness. And the Blackwoods, This Could Be the Dawning. And there we run it. Thank you, Vaughn. Which one would you like? Thank you. Got Freddie Hart. Hang in there, girl. George Morgan, Misty Blue. Pavarotti's Greatest Hits, Volume 1. And what is this? Ivan Ditmar's Joy to the World. That's right. Thank you, Stroop. Which one would you like? Misty Blue? And it's Nilsson, Pandemonium Shadow Show, right? Yeah. This is the big band era. Theme from King Kong, the Birchwood Pops Orchestra, and Ernest Tubbs' Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Looks like. Thank you, Stroop. Yorp. King Kong. Top 10 Disco. Today's Top Hits, Volume 6, 1978. Gray and Hanks, Prime Time. And the South Soul Orchestra Songbook, performed by the Music Machine. Cowboy Copas, Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. Harry Belafonte, Sings of Love. Oldies Volume 2. Van McCoy, The Disco Kid. And those are. Thank you, Vaughn. It's the Belafonte. Tokens and Coins, When I Dream, Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits, Wilson Pickett, Pickett in the Pocket, and Hits of Earth, Wind and Fire by the Music Machine. Those are wrong. Thanks again, Fawn. It's a little simple. Thank you. Tom T. Hall's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Wayne, Wayne Berry, Home at Last. Anton Karas' Third Man Theme. And Ken Hensley, Proud Words on a Dusty Shelf. Welcome in. We're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks tonight. Proud Words. Thanks, group. Silver Strings Orchestra, Million Sellers. Glenn Campbell doing his Greats bootleg. John Mayall, Time Expired. And Chris Christopherson, the Silver Tongue Devil and I bootleg. Thank you, Stroop. Silver Convention, Madhouse. Thank God it's Friday. Not the original soundtrack, bootleg. Bill Gates, Bishy. Bill Gates, their trio, the very best of the very best. And Grover Washington Jr. Feels So Good. And that's running. Bishy, was Mr. Bish going to have his record shipped to your new place or shipped out there so you can? Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you. Silver Strings, Red Sails in the Sunset, Firefall, Luna Sea, Sidney Bechet, Bechet and Blues, and Amy Grant in Concert. That one's from 1981. That was a pretty scarce one. Thank you, Stroop. See Amy Grant. And if you've never been here before and you win one like that, and you want another one on there, just tell me to run them again. If there's something else up there that you want. Chris Christopherson, Shake Hands with the Devil. Various artists, Save the Children, America's Top Rock, Tape 2. Walter Hawkins. And Mancini's Story of Love. I'm going to run these and try to figure out what you meant by Walter Hawkins. I don't know what you meant by Walter Hawkins. Who said that? Vaughn. Oh, the gospel. I didn't even look in that pile. Okay. I put everything else beside me, and then the gospel I stick on the other table, and there's only 3 of them. Okay. I got you. I'll throw it back up there. I looked at every tape that sold and that didn't sell, except there's 3 gospel ones that I stuck over there. So there's the Walter Hawkins. Ray Price, Like the Old Times. Andrews Blackwood and Company, Soldiers of the Light. And the Chamber Brothers, New Generation. And those are running. Thank you, Vaughn. Roy Head in our room. the Bernie leading Michael Georgiadis, or however you say that, Natural Progressions. Sessions presents Harmony. And the Noel Redding Band, Clonakilty Cowboys. Clonakilty Cowboys. Ronnie Millsap, A Legend in My Time. The Rock Generation, Saturday in the Park. Living Strings, Mellow Strings, or Mellow Magic from the 70s. And Pavarotti Hits from Lincoln Center. And those are running. And welcome in who just joined. We're doing $2 starts on choice of sealed 8-track tonight. Everything that I'm doing tonight is still sealed. Thanks, Stroop. Oh, yeah. Did he live with his dad? Is he still alive and kicking? Spaced Out Disco, the Galactic Force Band, The Millennium Begin, Joe's Son, Out of Your Mind, and Ed Townsend Now. What you gonna do with those billheads, Junkie? Thanks, Stroop. Charlie Pride just playing Charlie. Tim Buckley, Look at the Fool. G.T. Moore, Self-Titled. And Brian Auger, Oblivion Express, Closer to It. And that's right. I was late going into her show. I forgot she was on. I bookmarked it and everything, and I lost track of time. Butterfly's excited about getting whatever kind of machine she got. She seems to know what it is and what it does. Thank you, Vaughn. It does everything. Thank you. Whoops. It's a Charlie Pride. George Baker Selection, Paloma Blanca, Peace and Inspiration compilation, I guess. Nilsson Sandman and JoJo Gun Jumping the Gun. And those are right. Yeah, I've seen you guys crafters make some pretty neat looking junk journals. They're much more detailed and uh, look nicer than those plain old scrapbooks people used to use. We Must Believe in Magic, Crystal Gale, Jesse James soundtrack, John Conley Forever, and Sam Makia, Songs of the Islands. And those are running. Does Ohio have a show scheduled for tomorrow? Chris Jagger. He goes. Barry White, right? No, Music Unlimited Orchestra. Yes, it's got Barry White and he's on the cover. Um, Music Maestro Please, Robert Furnham, Blue Skies, and Samantha Sang, Emotion. And those are running. Ghost, did Mrs. Ghost play the game last night? Thank you, Vaughn. Well, Ghost, when you play that game, well, see the thing is you can use her account. So you get two guesses. And even if you do what Ohio does and guess 5 minutes into it. Tony Orlando and Dawn to be with you. Top of the Poppers, sing and play T Rex's greatest hits. Uh, Cyril Stapleton, Young at Heart. The Southern Hillman Fury Band, Trouble in Paradise. And that is running. I don't pay attention either. Well, I pay attention. I don't pay attention. I don't mark them down. Butterfly does it. I just listen for the entertainment. Welcome in. If you just joined, we're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks tonight for $2 start. Save the Children, Volume 1. Philip and Vanessa, Two Sleepy People. And Johnny Lee, Long Black Veil. And there's one of those koala label ones where it says that the the illustration might not depict the actual artist because that is definitely not Johnny Lee. And Get Wet. And those are running. And get scooped. Which one would you like? Okay. You can't say get wet, please, on whatnot without getting censored. How about this app? Mel Tillis, Old Faithful. Stefan Grappelli, live at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, London. Van Cliburn, the world's favorite piano music. And Wet Willie Left Coast Live. And that is running. For the longest time, every time anybody said Bish, when they were talking to the Suburban Bish that mods for me some, it red texted that. I think we had enough people complain about it that they finally let that one slip through. Thanks, Stroop. The Miracles, City of Angels. Daniel Valoy. I don't know how you pronounce that. I also don't know how to pronounce the French stuff in the title. Paul Stuckey, One Night Stand. And Angelo Bond, Bondage. There's a run. Top left. Thank you, Stroop. Fred Wesley and the Horny Horns. Featuring ACO Parker, A Blow for Me, A Toot for You. It's quite the title. Oregon, Roots in the Sky. Neil Diamond, September Morn. And Richard Otto and Sarah McLachlan, Man with the Horn. Thank you, Stroop. That's the only ones up there. Bell and James, self-titled. Roy Wood's Wizard, introducing Eddie and the Falcons. Diane and the New Worlds, Hits from Detroit, and Superstars of Soul Jazz featuring Charlie Mingus and Quincy Jones. Those are running. Um, sure. Yeah, got it right here. So we have the Wizard win. That's the same exact as the other one. Uh, Best of Phil Harris, Southern Comfort. Emmylou Harris, People. And Roberta Flack, Killing Me Softly. Yeah, those are running. Welcome in. If you just joined, we're doing $2 starts on sealed 8 tracks. And thank you, Vaughn. Takes the Roberta Flack. And since that had multiple bids, I usually leave them up there when I remember and add something to it. We'll add Here My Dear by Marvin Gaye. And that one's running. Welcome in. Just joined. We're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks with $2 starts. Something you want, you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. YouTube junkie. Have a good night. Takes the Marvin Gaye. Thank you, Vaughn. And I'll add to it Daryl Hall and John Oates, No Goodbyes. Thank you, Stroop. Was that you that asked for the wizard one? Okay. Thank you. Matt had multiple bids, so I will add Going Up in Smoke by Eddie Kendricks. And if you guys are into fixing your 8 tracks and not just collecting them, you gotta try my foam pads that I have in the store. Um, if you've never bought them before, make an offer on them or something. Get them for less and try them out. If you don't have a type of pad that you're super loyal to, they're probably the best pads you're gonna find. The felt pads are just felt pads, but foam pads are pretty nice. Thank you, Vaughn. Takes the Eddie Kendricks. And I am going to add what is it, Fog Hat Night Shift to that. And that's running. Thank you, Stroop. Takes the barrel. Yeah. You mean to just I'll just run it for you right there so you don't get bid up on it. Since nobody bid on there's only one bid the last time. Thanks, Drew. Donna Fargo, Shame on Me. Melanie, Photograph. Oregon, Out of the Woods. And Oliver Sane at his best. Welcome in. We're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks, and those are running. And we got tons of sealed cassettes and 8 tracks in the buy now. Thanks, Stroop. Thanks, the Melanie. Power Glide by New Riders of the Purple Sage. Crystal Gale, Classic Crystal. And this is a soundtrack from Airport 1975. And this is not the soundtrack. This is Louise Mandrell and R.C. Bannon. You're my superwoman. You're my incredible man. And they went all out with primitive Photoshop on that one. I think this might be that's an import from England too. It takes number 1. Thank you. And I will add Diana Ross to that one. And that is right. Thank you, Vaughn. Have you been to some other auctions today, Vaughn? Stampeders hit the road. Bing Crosby, A Holiday Toast. There's another crystal game. The Chilites, the Romanciers, and Hank Crawford. We got a good thing going. And those are running. Thank you, Stroop. Takes Stampeders. And I'm going to add Bobby Humphrey Fancy Dancer to it. And I'm going to show you something, Stroop. On here, they've got sudden death. If I make this sudden death, and I'm going to make this sudden death. So whoever, when the time ends, it doesn't reset for this one. I'll just show it to you since you're new here. It's going to be sudden death. So when the time runs out, it's out. I don't know if anybody will want any of those or not. But there's a thing at the bottom where you can enter a custom bid when somebody does that. And I mean, it's not real, like selling these 8 tracks, they're not super high price. But if it was something that was like $50 that you were willing to bid, or like $100 item or something, you can put a custom bid in before the time runs out. I think it's true. Lots of people don't like it. Um, there's some people that love it, and sometimes it works out good for the sellers, but a lot of times it's not real great for the sellers. Um, we're not going to use it, or I'm not going to use it. I was just showing you on that one. So those ones are running. I added the Malo or whatever dose. But when people put sudden death on here, a big part of whether you win or not depends on your internet connection. And if you've got a slow connection, um, you end up losing to people that have real fast connections. And that's when the custom bids help. But if you ever go into somebody's show and they're doing sudden death and there's something you really want and they started out low like that and it's going to go for a high price and you want to make sure you get it, you can put that custom bid in there. Yeah, that's got the original sleeve on it too. Ah, thank you, Vaughn. And see, you got a crown. That's a relatively new program. It's a rewards program. If you click this crown up here at the top, it tells you what the rewards are for me. They're only for me though, in my shows. But when you click on that, you can put the code in or whatever. You click down here wherever your wallet's at. I don't have a wallet. It's down here somewhere. And you can put the coupon codes in. And that's the same with all the sellers. The rewards are specific to each seller, but the people that have that rewards program, when you get a crown like you got there, or um, I guess you're up here now, uh, you can save with whatever their rewards are. So I added watt stacks to it, and this is volume one. Man, that's running. And I've got a whole bunch of coupons up there. You never run out because you always get to the next level, but and they're still good once you hit the next level. But there's some people that have just one coupon, but some of them are pretty valuable, like 20 bucks off and things like that. Thank you, Troop. You need that watt stacks. You want me to put it back up there? Mr. Bishy. We got Tommy Rowe in full bloom, the Ray Charles Singer smash hits Broadway and Hollywood. The Bing Crosby too. Okay, that's running. Thank you, Bob. And Orleans Waking and Dreaming, I'll stick up there. So those ones are running. Thank you, Upstate. You were the one that said you wanted watt stacks, right? Okay. Thank you. Chuck Mangione, Children of Sanchez. Neil Diamond, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. Henry Mancini, The Mancini Generation. And Henry and Hazel Slaughter in retrospect. Those are wrong. Johnny Russell, here comes Johnny Russell. Michael Wendroff, self-titled. And Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Must be a cast recording. And the Best of John Coltrane bootleg. And those are running. Seals and Crofts, Sudan Village. In the original sleeve. This is in the original sleeve too. Hank Williams Jr. Hank Williams' Life Story soundtrack. The Isley Brothers bootleg. And Barry Manilow self-titled. And those are them. Welcome in. We're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks tonight. Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton. Roy Orbison live in concert. George Morgan, Misty Blue. And Mantovani Today. I know that Mantovani's going to fly, but it's probably got a gummy roller in that, I'm guessing. The Best of Arthur Prysock. The Young Americans, A Time for Living. The World of the Statler Brothers. And CTI Summer Jazz at the Hollywood Bowl Live 3. And that's right. That must be some sort of jazz compilation. Thank you, Steve. Statler Brothers. Live 3. Okay. I got it. I don't question people's choices, so I just take whatever. I got the jazz one there. Ann Peebles, telling it. Uh Not especially. Had some decent jazz tonight. Nothing super hard rock or anything. Carol Douglas, Midnight Love Affair, The Association, and Lindisfarne, Back and Forth. Ann Peebles, thank you, Stroop. Lena Horne, The Lady in Her Music. Neil Diamond, Heartlight, Herb Albert, Beyond, and Kenny Rogers, Christmas. And those are Thank you, Vaughn. Horn. Leon Russell, The Best of Leon. The Rolling Stones, Goat's Head Soup, bootleg. It doesn't say that it's not the Rolling Stones. Victimone, Over the Rainbow, and Billy Swan 4. And those ones are right. Thank you, Vaughn. Thanks, Civic Mountain. Got to get a new box. Leon Russell again. There, I'll just run it right the way it is. I probably won't be having too awful many 8-track or music shows this week. I'm gonna do a watch show on Friday. But next Friday, I don't know if you guys, some of you probably weren't here the other day. Um, Next Friday, I'll be doing a rock show of 8-tracks. Thank you, Upstate. Um, I started sorting them out in another room because it goes much, much faster than doing it this way. Um, so I'm going to bring in just rock stuff for next Friday. Any Al Green. Are you looking for sealed Al Green or any Al Green? Actually, I don't see any Al Green in my stacks of stuff that I've ran already in other auctions. Um, if you click down here to in the little shop, it'll open up and it'll say like auction, buy now, giveaways, things like that. Click on the buy now, and then there's a search bar and you can search for the stuff. And you can also, I've got a ton of stuff in the buy now. There's across the top where you've got those tabs for the different auction, giveaway, by now. There's a little slider here, that little filter logo or symbol. If you click that, you can filter like between genres. If you're looking for polka, you can sort by polka. Um, but that's the same way it is in everybody's auction. If you click down there, that's how you get into the people's store. And when you buy this stuff, like I said, within a show, it'll combine it with all the auction purchases. This is the Soul Children Finders Keepers bootleg. The Association Stop Your Motor. Nancy Goes to Rio, Royal Wedding, Rich, Young, and Pretty. Apparently, it's a cast recording or cast recordings. And The Great Chuck Jackson. And those ones are running. This is Modern Choral Music, North German Radio Chorus. Singing in the Rain. The Turning Point, ballet music from the Turning Point, the Los Angeles Philharmonic, and Roger Williams, Only for Lovers. And those are running. Thank you, Vaughn. Singing in the Rain. And the New York City Band, original music from the motion picture Sunnyside. Concept 3, Dreams, looks to be gospel. The Mills Brothers Great Hits and Loretta Lynn Entertainer of the Year. And those are running. And we got Phil Justice, Raunchy. Diana Ross, To Love Again. Melissa Manchester for The Working Girl. And Engelbert Humperdinck, Greatest Hits. Thank you, Stroop. It's Phil Justice. can say raunchy without getting red texts. Um, well, there's a lot of crap written on it. Come Back Charleston Blue soundtrack, I guess. Donny Hathaway and Quincy Jones. Add that to it. Well, come in, Roscoe P. Coltrane. We're doing choice of 8 tracks. These are all still sealed tonight. Thank you, Miller. You wanted that one? All righty. And it's got the pretty pink cartridge too. All right, adding Rascals to it. Freedom Suite Volume 3. And that one up there is Diana Ross. If you just come in to Love Again, it's got a horrible glare that I just keep neglecting to do anything about. But thank you, Vaughn. Takes the Diana Ross. There you go. Vaughn, are you Vaughn Neeson or are you Vaughnie's son? Vaughnie's son. Okay, I'll stop calling you Vaughn. Fifth Dimension, Earthbound. Tapestry bootleg. Murray the K, Live as It Happened. And Bob Crosby instrumentals 1940 1942. And that is running. The New World Orchestra, The Love Game. Maggie Flynn, original Broadway cast recording. Daryl Hall and John Oates, Along the Red Ledge. And Greats of Roy Clark and Buck Owens bootleg. And those are running. Thank you, Miller. It's the Hall and Oates. James Last, MOR. Petula Clark. The other man's grass is always greener. Ronnie Millsap, Plain and Simple. And the Kate Brothers Union Man bootleg. Those are on. Hank Stroop takes the Ronnie Millsap. The Dukes of Jazz, Cool and Cozy. The Best of Blood, Sweat, and Tears bootleg, and that's an Omega one. Alpha and Omega. Kenny Marks, Follow Him. And Eric Robertson, Midnight Blue. And those are running. Thanks, Drew. Takes the Midnight Blue. Best of Barbara Mandrell. Bronte Antique, our 30th anniversary on stage. I don't know when that's from, but that's a Columbia House Record Club one. Earth Music, The Youngbloods, and Switched on Gershwin. Somebody Playing the Moog. And that's running. Thank you, Miller. It's yours. Horace Silver, Silver and Brass. Bloodstone, Do You Want to Do a Thing? Walter Jackson, Send in the Clowns. And Loretta Lynn, I Remember Patsy. Those ones are running. Thank you, Stroop. It's the Walter Jackson. And And I will add to it an Oliver. It's like a soundtrack, probably. Cast recording, one or the other. It's running. Yeah, it's a soundtrack. And it's in the original Cool Games box. Thank you, Miller. Takes the bloodstone. The Big Band All Stars. Evening time. This shrinks off the bottom of that one pretty much entirely, but nobody wants Ray Conniff doing the Bee Gees anyway. Cashman and West Life Song and Disco Gold #1. And that's right. The Fifth Dimension Reflections. The Doobie Brothers Stampede. Al Wilson Show and Tell. And Bonnie Bramlett Memories. And those are running. And welcome in if you just joined. We're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks tonight. $2 starts. Thank you, Jason. Thanks, Doobie Brothers. Dinah Shore, The Best of Dinah. Dr. John, Gumbo. Chuck Mangione, Fun and Games. And Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years. Thank you, Jason. You can just put 1, 2, 3, or 4 if it makes it easier. Thank you, Jason. Ballinger. And we got Jermaine Jackson, Jermaine. Harry Chapin, Dance Band on the Titanic. Billy Crash Craddock, Crash. And Harry Chapin, Living Room Suite. And those are running. Roscoe Got a Crown. Thank you. think he just died recently, didn't he? Well, one of them did recently. I don't know all their names, but I'm pretty sure it was him. Charlie Rich behind closed doors. Marlon did. Johnny Mathis all time greatest hits. Graham Nash and David Crosby. And Don Williams expressions. I don't know. Must not have brought my other phone in. Tito did. In September. I guess it's been several months. So my apologies to Jermaine. He might still be alive and kicking. I don't know. Jim Neighbors sings the great love songs. I other than Donnie, I don't think I know any of the Osmonds names. Belafonte sings of love. Oh, that Dixieland. No, it was definitely a Jackson I heard, but I lose track of time. I don't know what day it is half the time. It, I thought it was a few weeks ago, probably, but it was a few months ago. And that is running. I said this my show this morning. It's getting to be like The Shining here. The freaking snow doesn't stop. The past 3 years, it's been well, yeah. The past 3 years, there's been hardly any snow here. There's been hardly any cold. It's been last few years. It's been like 50 degrees in Pennsylvania half the winter, and it's been pretty crappy this winter. Ernie and Debbie, the best of Ernie and Debbie. Graham Central Station, Mirror. Andy Williams, Greatest Love Classics. And Patti LaBelle or LaBelle Nightbirds. And that's a import from Italy. Marlon's still around. Is Marlon one of the brothers or is that the dad? What was the dad's name? Conway Twitty. Twitty. Country Christmas Favorites. Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney, White Christmas. And the Blue Danube Boston Pops. And that is running. that Google search I did for that says his sons TJ, Taj, and Tyrell. Tyrell. I don't even know how you pronounce that. L. I don't know. But that was fun at their house having somebody named TJ and one named Taj. Diana Ross, Lady Sings the Blues. Norman Connors, Romantic Journey. And Captain and Tennille, Come In From the Rain. Oops, it's only 3 of them. We don't want another Engelbert Humperdinck Greatest Hits. And Air Supply, The One That You Love. My dad loved that show. I think Butterfly says she does not like Bob Newhart, right, Butterfly? Thank you, Stroop. Oh, Air Supply. Somebody come in. Have you asked them about that? Is there a good story that goes along with it? BJ Thomas, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. Gino Vanelli, Brother to Brother. Starland Vocal Band, Late Night Radio. And Don Williams, The Best of Don Williams. And those are right. Thank you, Miller. Georgia Brown, As Long as He Needs Me. Amy Grant, In Concert. Neil Sedaka, The Hungry Years. And Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn, United Talent. Thanks, Drew. It's number 2. Jesse Coulter, Jesse. Mickey Gilley, That's All That Matters to Me. Daniel Boone. And The Best of Connie Smith. You Light Up My Life, original soundtrack. Marty Robbins, El Paso. Jackie Gleason plays Pretty for the People. And Country Rainbow compilation. And those ones are running. I think it's true. El Paso. They played Big Iron on one of the local country stations the other day that usually doesn't play all that old stuff. Ronnie Aldrich, Invitation to Love. Jackie Kane and Roy Kral, A Wilder Alias. Cat Stevens, Mona Bone Jacone, and the hits of Barbara Streisand is performed by Allison Coleman. Those are running. Yeah, when I was I was when I was selling music a lot, the Gunfighter Ballads, that was one of the most popular albums on any format that we sold. Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs. Thank you, Jason. It's when my dad liked that too. And my dad's not real big into music of any kind, but he liked that album. And it's funny because it's a good album. Some of the stuff my mom listened to, I didn't care too much for, but some of it I did. Yeah, my dad liked that Big Iron song. Chorus line, cast recording, all that jazz. That's a soundtrack. These are all in the Columbia House wrappers still. Barry Manilow, Barry, and West Side Story. And it's running. Zager and Evans, self-titled. Kate Brothers, In One Eye and Out the Other. Ragni, Rado, and McDermott, Disinherited. And Greg and Dwayne Allman. So those are running. Welcome in. We're doing sealed 8 tracks, $2 starts. Choice of those up there tonight. Thanks, the Allman Brothers. Christy Lane, I Have a Dream. Slim Whitman, the very best of Slim Whitman. With Love from Bobby G. Rice. And Red Sovine. Little Rosa. Oh, Yorp's not here for it. Yorp likes the Red Sovines. I'm gonna throw that one down here in case he comes back and ask if there was anything Yorkshireish that he missed. Johnny Mathis, the first 25 years, the Silver Anniversary album. That was a pretty popular one too. Johnny Mathis, kinda different, kinda different. Captain and Tennille, Song of Joy. And Hot City Disco by Studio 79. And those are running. In my show earlier, Ghost, somebody's username was Shitstain. Thank you, Jason. I assume they just figured, oh, let's make a username that'll be funny every time I buy something to make the person have to say it. There's some people on here that are really, they get real upset if the seller swears, and they just won't attend those auctions. Bread, Mana bootleg, South Pacific cast recording, Eric Clapton and the Yardbirds, and Rod McEwen, Josh White full concert. Thank you, Ghost. 16 Oop. I'll add Miss Donna Fargo to it, but I assume that's what everybody was bidding on. Focus Hamburger Concerto. The Command All Stars Persuasive Percussion, Volume 3. Quincy Jones Roots, Saga of an American Family. Oh, don't ask me to cancel it. I'll stick a couple pennies in your package for you. Soul Salvation by the Caravans. And those are running. If they do away with the pennies, there's gonna the price of those is gonna skyrocket, and at least at the little auctions we go to, every time something like that happens, they go crazy. Thank you, Vonnie. Which one would you like? Takes the roots. And I'm gonna add to that Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle. Thank you, Jason. Okay. Thank you. Marion Brown, Afternoon of a Georgia Fawn. Thelma Houston and Jerry Butler, Thelma and Jerry. Thelma Houston, Any Way You Like It. And Mandray. Welcome in. We're doing choice of sealed 8 tracks tonight, and those are running. And remember, tomorrow is a postal holiday, so these won't go out until Tuesday. They're media mail anyways, so they take a while to get to you, but Charles Brown, Music Maestro, please. The South Shore Commission. And this is Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, Sloppy Seconds bootleg. And Greatest Hits of Rock bootleg. And that is running. And I'm gonna wrap it up here real soon. I forgot to put some giveaways in, so I'm gonna here in a minute or two do a few more choices. I'm gonna take a short break for a minute or so and put some giveaways in, give you guys some tapes. Thanks for the offers, Jason. I accepted those. And while I'm doing that, if there's something you want from the buy now, make offers on it, and then I'll do some buyer giveaways. Louis McVeigh, Spirit of St. Louis. Edmundo Rose, Once in a Lifetime. Irby Green, The Fox. And Sonny Boy Williamson and the Animals. The Night Time is the Right Time. Thanks for the follow, Smokey. And that is running. Ghost, do you want that one? It's not sealed. I don't know if you saw that the other night. Um, just tip me a couple bucks if you want. I'd be overjoyed, and I'll just stick it in with that one. I don't think you were here when I did that one. I thought you might want that. Yeah, I wasn't gonna have a show tonight, and then I had two different people say they wanted stuff from the buy now. Um, one of them actually came, so that was nice. The other one, they must not have wanted it very bad. I had a show this morning where I had all my stuff in my buy now and did 60% off of everything that wasn't music because I can't fit the music in the buy now with the other stuff. Somebody found the tapes in the marketplace and wanted them, and I didn't have them in the show. So, Electric Light Orchestra on the third day, Dr. Zhivago by 101 Strings, uh, the FM, not the original soundtrack, and Maria Muldaur, self titled. Are you on a computer upstate? Yeah, your phone, I think it maxes out at 20%, maybe 30. If you're on a computer, they let you make bigger offers. At least that's the way it had been. But they may have changed it. Um, yeah, I'll do one more, and then you guys can look around in the buy now. Um, Bunny Stiegler, that's how long I'll be loving you, and I'll add some buyer giveaways, but it takes me a minute or so to do that. England Dan, John Ford Coley, self-titled, I guess. Steve Winwood, self-titled, and Elliot Randall, Randall's Island. Oops, I didn't start it. So I hope there's something in the last of what I've got here. Oh, that's right. I'll just do regular giveaways. It's my first show. I forget things. Okay. Check the buy nows, and if there's anything you want, make offers here in the next few minutes. I'm gonna add some giveaways that anybody can enter, and hopefully you guys that bought stuff end up winning them. I'll run them real quick when I start them, uh, so we don't have a whole bunch of people come in at the last minute. Um, I'll tell you what. Let's. Oh, I hate doing regular giveaways like that. Selling tapes for $2, you make about $1.50 on them or less, and I will pay out the ass for shipping if a bunch of people win stuff that haven't won anything. Um, Who's in here that bought something? Ghost and Vaughnie and Miller and Upstate. How about I just let you guys? I'll just let you guys pick some stuff here. I don't want to pay $4 to to ship stuff to people that are just coming in. I'm poor and I can't afford to do that. all the all the more you make it $2 a piece. Any Sinatra yellow plastic. Uh, I don't. I mean, let me let me check. I have My Way. My Way seems to be the only one I have. I've got two copies of that. Oh, and Greatest Hits. I mean, that I can see. I mean, is that something you want, Nielsen? I'm not going to pull them out unless you it's something you want because I've got. Well, I'll show you. They're buried right in the middle of the stack. Just looking. Oh, that one. Yeah, I don't have it. All right, check the buy now. Um, you guys that have been here buying stuff all night, if there's something in these stacks you want, tell me, and I will. I don't care. Pick several of them. Um, I'll make a note of where they go. And I got to get off of here. Butterfly's probably starving. Maybe they changed it upstate. What is do you want 50% off on? Bishy. Nothing's wrong. I forgot to add buyer giveaways, and Upstate can't make 50% off offers on the computer anymore. Yeah, this site they change them. It changes the stuff constantly. Which ones do you want? Upstate. Yeah, I'll just run them as flash sales. Um, If anybody else wants any at 50% off, tell me now, and I'll run flash sales real quick. But I can't stay on here too long. Uh, so there's 5 of these available. So there's Diver Down, Van Halen. And if you missed it earlier, I probably won't be having many more 8-track sales this week. We'll watch sale on Friday. But next Friday, I'm going to do rock and harder rock, classic rock, of what I've got sorted out. Um, Here's 5150. There's 3 of those available. So 5150s run. There's Van Halen 2. Thanks for the purchases. Uh, no problem, Upstate. Yeah, and I've got a bunch of sealed stuff in quantity that I'll be adding before next Friday too. Um, Fishy. All right. If there's no more requests, I think I'm just gonna raid out. I'll make sure I do the buyer's giveaway the next time beforehand. I forgot all about having to do that, and but so thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna make you go listen to Mighty Annie until you don't want to listen to Mighty Annie anymore. She doesn't sell music, but she'll wake you up. Thanks, guys.